almost admire you. Still on these streets, running uncut. I'm just amazed. It doesn't get to you.
Yeah. Big Brown in town. All right, we in the building. Axel F, the next installment in the Beverly Hills saga.
Man, this I'm gonna tell you my initial impression. Now, I was nervous, bro.
What you mean?
Wow. When you first showed us this trailer, I was worried that they trying too hard. I was worried that this is not gonna help. It's not gonna continue the franchise like it should. I was worried that it was just something forced because of its history. That was my initial impression. I was scared, man.
Okay. Do me a favor, turn your mic up a little bit.
Okay, all right.
Turn your mic up a lot of bit, man. As a matter of fact, I don't know.
A lot of it. Yeah, well, you remember I had reset everything earlier, so
right. All right, that sound better now. I was wondering what's going on. All right, so I will co-sign with you. Super nervous. Actually, no, I was excited on the first trailer. I got nervous on the second trailer. Riding around in a golf cart, I was like, all right, here we go with the dumb shit. Like it's like if he was on a golf course, that's one thing, but he in a shopping district. I'm like, this looks dumb. There was a lot of elements that I definitely wasn't excited for, but I have hope. Anytime Eddie Murphy's name is on a bill, I always I pray to God, like, please, Lord, like, please let him take this shit serious and put somebody that know how to shoot some shit in front of it. You know, somebody, and this is definitely a situation where you can't be Eddie can't be the biggest name on a call sheet because Eddie just gonna lay back and kind of flub it. But when my faith got restored is when I saw Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer's name as executive producers. I said, oh, we got a fucking Beverly Hills Cop movie because them two niggas originally, they were the original, creators and the masterminds behind the original ones. So right. I'm like, Eddie Murphy ain't about to go up to no Jerry Bruckheimer and no Don Simpson talking about I don't feel like it today. And he's like, hey, nigga, act like I ain't with this shit. This not you need those names to put the pressure on the mega stars to work. I feel like the problem with Coming to America 2 is you had new directors that weren't they weren't the big name on the call sheet. Eddie was. Everybody's too scared to be like, yo, Eddie, this is some bullshit.
I need more. I need more.
I need you to lean into this. Hey, I need you guys to do this. I think everybody was just in a nostalgia. It was a nostalgia set. Everybody was just in love, taking pictures and all that. Ain't nobody got time. Like Jerry Bruckheimer and all them, they ain't got, hey, we ain't got time for them photos. Get your ass back on set and put that goddamn jacket on. So
that's what's up.
That was my initial impressions. I got excited when I saw those names in the executive producer positions because I knew that it was going to be serious and because they cost too much money for you to fuck around. So, you know what I mean?
Well, if you don't mind, I want to start it because I feel like you're gonna bring it home because I know you're passionate about this franchise. I know. Yeah. So for me, the highs I gotta say without it honestly it goes without saying. If you watch this movie, Eddie Murphy felt like Eddie Murphy. You know what I'm saying? Everything going on in this situation, everything happening, it actually felt like a Beverly Hills movie. All the things that I was nervous about were just melting away. And I mean, from within the first couple of minutes, it didn't feel like they were, it didn't feel forced. I mean, it just felt like, hey, we know this guy is just gonna bumble through it and slick talk his way, and let's just make it happen. But then they added the element of the family, and so that actually kind of teeters as a tie for a high and a low for me. I'm gonna so the whole family element, the daughter, the situation, it actually does. I really liked their dynamic. And what I wanted to see was more of them. I wanted to see more of her father coming out of where she's helping him, talk through situations and be slick and quick on the feet, or with the mind and everything. And we got a little snippet of it, and I wanted to see more of that. I wanted kind of a Lethal Weapon relationship, or a what? I would like like a Tango and Cash, where they work well together on the cusp. On their feet, it's boom, 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 but they're still at each other once things calm down. I wanted a lot more of that, so that was kind of, I like what I got. I was appreciative, but it also was a low for me because I wanted so much more of that. And then, of course, the plot and the story, it almost felt a little bit too similar to the Bad Boys, in my opinion. And I'm gonna throw out a little tidbit for you. Yeah, let me throw out a little tidbit for you.
Go ahead.
So
I'm right with you, though. I'm right with you.
Yeah, with the as far as the rekindling of the father and child relationship, break, a lot of stuff. The crooked person, Kevin Bacon. As soon as we saw him, we already knew what it was. But at least they didn't try and hide it this time. But I did some digging, and this is what I found out. And the reason that it felt so similar, okay, and I'm gonna do this. It's because of this guy right here. This guy was actually a writer on Bad Boys 4, and he's also a writer on Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Foley.
I'm gonna help you even more. We're gonna take it a step further. Think about the scene structure from both films, from opening scene to clothing scene. It's the same exact structure.
Right.
Layout. It's open scene of niggas on the road driving, and some shit happens, and then like it's the same structure. The only difference is that the Beverly Hills Cop one started out slower, and it's only doing that because it's trying to nostalgia nod to the old ones,
right. Trying to bring you back.
These 4 days early in the morning, and you know how it is, I'm sorry, let me shut up. Go ahead.
No, you that because that's what I knew going down there. I was gonna open it up. That's why I saved that, because that was my last little bit. Because honestly, I really enjoyed it still, but those were the things that were sticking out to me, and but it didn't take anything away. I mean, I wish that they would have tried a little harder or spaced the movies out a little further, but I get it. Everybody wants to go ahead and get it while they can, and I still enjoyed it, but those things did stand out to me. So, go ahead, jump on in there, man.
And if I may piggyback off of your lows and say, hey, man, let me add on to those lows, or I would say my wish list of what I would have thought I would have wanted to see is the differences between being young and being older. You an old timer, I wanted to see more, and you kind of got to see that in the film, how Eddie does it the old school way, and it's effective. But I also wanted to see how the new school could be effective too, like with technology or different shit like that. And I feel like they had a really big missed opportunity to show yo, this is how we do it here, and it's not all bad. You're not the only person that could be clever or can make things happen. They, like you said, they did a little bit of that, but I feel like they missed a huge opportunity to show contrast between the two. Similarities, meaning that we both have the heart to try to get to the same goal, but we have different ways of going about it. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, because it's hinted at in so many different points.
A lot of opportunities.
Right. They set it up that way, but they don't really execute on it. And I feel like that's probably one of the small things that takes away from the film is that we know this can be funny. We know Eddie's going to be funny, but there was too many gags set up instead of genuine funny moments. Eddie made shit funny because they created spaces and said, Eddie, do your thing. All right, serious, space, do your thing. Serious, space, do your thing. And this is like they kept writing in his funny instead of no, nigga, just set the situation up and let Eddie freestyle his shit. Get y'all writing asses out of the way. He's gonna do whatever the fuck he's gonna do, and it's gonna be 18 times better. But the golf cart and certain other little small things, I was like, I don't. This is not what makes Beverly Hills isn't goofy. That was part 3. That's what made part 3 bad.
Right. Exactly.
y'all started forcing the goofy shit into it instead of giving us a funny detective story with a smart, tough, fish out of water situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, I really enjoyed it. I think it was more nostalgia than anything else. However, I have watched it twice, both times super enjoyed it. Okay. It's like, I love being in this world. I love all of the characters in this world. Axel, like I love him. I love, what I'm saying? Even to see the two older cops, I feel like, I
know you're trying not to spoil. I'm with you on that one though. That was BS.
Falling apart on both sides. It was just
wasn't making no sense. Like,
this was not making no sense at all. That shit was silly as fucking hell, bro.
Yeah, but like, come on.
You could have did way better than this. But I feel like they probably only did 1 or 2 passes on the script, and they was like, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. Eddie likes it, and Eddie's like, nigga, how much you giving me? Right. All right, let's do it. Whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? But I will also say they focused on bringing in great actors. Yes, there were some moments where you had your little influences walk on, you had celebrity walk-ons and stuff, but they didn't overdo it. They didn't make it, even the goofy little funny moments, they didn't overdo it. The action was beautiful. They did go big on the action. You know what I mean? They gave you the flavor of the Beverly Hills Cop world. My problem is you didn't have to have the same exact Beverly Hills structure. Why did you do that? Even taking all the original music and doing that again, why did you do that? Like, you could have done, like, when I heard the Biggie joint in the trailer, I'm like, oh, all right, cool. We're going to have a new, you know what I'm saying, Axel F soundtrack with some niggas coming with some music. But then I'm like, y'all playing all of this.
They play every single song from the first one and a couple from the second.
And then, like, all right, so then they did variations of the original theme song. I thought that was genius. Beautiful job. I like that. But all of these old 1980s records, it just made the film feel outdated. Now, if you were to, I feel like if you wanted to do that, it should have been done as it could have been done more as a joke, playing off of Eddie Murphy being old. And then you have the new music to make it feel like, all right, yo, this 2024, this is the energy was going on. And then he come around and it's like you starting to play the old music and you kind of get the sense of, all right, here, old nigga, this is what it is. Like,
that would have been perfect.
That would have played up more, but I felt like they were still, it's like the whole film, it was too much of this.
Yeah, that's what exactly what it was. They wanted us to feel it more than anybody else. They wanted that nostalgia. They wanted to play on it.
And it's not necessary. We still love him. LA is going to be LA. You know what I mean? Him being a cop detective telling jokes, that's Axel Foley. So, like, you know what I mean? I felt like you didn't have to lay it on so thick. However, what I will say is still enjoyed it. Still had a blast. And I'll say it like this. You don't have to be connected. You don't have to watch the first 3 to understand this. Or to love it. So if you're a kid that was born after the first 3 were made, which was a lot of this young generation,
right? You
can have a unique connection to this film and Eddie Murphy all by itself. And it'd be enough for you could go and be like, man, I wonder what they was talking about with this. It doesn't take away from the story that you don't know. It's just lore. You know what I mean? Like any other new film will come out and they'll be talking about some shit that happened before and you don't know nothing about it. You're like, what the fuck that's about? So at least they made it a standalone film. You can enjoy it without having to be connected to the past. However, it does give you enough hint and elbow about the past for you to go, you know what? Let me go back and watch the first one. Let me watch the second one and you know what I mean, see what we was, see what we about. Lastly, the daughter was written weak. The daughter could have been written better. The villain was written kind of weak. His motivation, I don't even remember what his motivation is at this point. But
I remember, but I don't want to spoil it. But
don't spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. It was weak. It wasn't all that. For the amount of mayhem this nigga caused.
Right.
It was like, this is dumb. So with that being said, it is definitely time for us to get into some seriousness. Now we can be heavy-handed now if we want to be. Is this a classic? Is it a good watch? Is it catch on streaming? Is it not doing it for me? Is it oh fuck, I don't have the button. Oh hell no. Or if you ever show me this ever again, I will smack your ass.
Hey, whenever you have to improvise, it's the best shit ever. It's so rewarding. It's so rewarding, right? I swear. That was perfect.
All right, I'm gonna let you go first this time, sir. What's your
So I don't hate me, bro, but I'm gonna have to leave it at catch on streaming. I enjoyed it. It definitely exceeded what I thought I was gonna get. But you know, without spoiling, there was still a lot of stuff that I was like, you know, I can't really let it slide with a title like this. And that's honestly that's what it is. It's because of the history. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at you. I'm just gonna tell you I'm doing catch on streaming. It's all good. Don't worry about that. This motherfucking tugboat was leaking from the beginning, man. Like it was leaking all type of shit. Like even the opening action scene where that wasn't even no action. That was some bullshit, man. Like
just making a mess to piss somebody off.
Yeah, I wish we could do it like, you know what I mean? It was too much, bro. It was too much. You would go to jail if you caused that much mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I don't care what side of the law you on.